Welcome to the Melody Music Studios interview series, where we get to know our teachers a little bit better. I'm Ashley. I'm here with Deanna. Deanna, thanks so much for joining me for this interview today.
Thank you for having me.
Who would you say are your musical inspirations?
For like the early stuff, that would be the classical, like Mozart and Beethoven, especially Mozart, also Bach and Schubert, one of my favorites. But I also a lover of music from like the 1940s and stuff, like the jazz classic standards. I do a lot of rock and roll. I like new age music. I like jazz. I like it all.
In terms of performances that you've given yourself, what has been the most memorable moment for you, or the most memorable performance?
My performances that I've done in the past have been for weddings. That would be wedding appropriate music, which includes a lot of classical music and your standards. Also, I used to play in a French restaurant, and that's where I did every week, and I would do a lot of those jazz standards or whatever people requested.
What would you say are some of your favorite songs? I know this is such a difficult question to be asked because, as musicians and teachers, I'm sure, you have many. But if you had to kind of narrow down some of your favorites, what would you say?
For playing, I'd like playing Moonlight Sonata, Mood Indigo, which is an old classic. I love Mozart, like I mentioned. I do a lot of his sonatas. I also do Alan Parsons and Pink Floyd.
Great, that's great.
So I'm from that generation,
Absolutely.
So those songs are fun for me.
Other than teaching music, do you have any other musical aspirations, or even anything that you're currently working on that you're really excited about?
I do play in a little band with 2 guitar players and a drummer. I guess that would be the biggest inspiration right now.
And my last question for you is there anything that you've done in your career, either as a musician or as a music teacher, that you're particularly proud of, that you would really like prospective students to know about? Anything that you'd like to share with us?
I give really good recitals.
That's great. That's great.
I'm kind of known for that.
That's great.
And I do them twice a year, and I make a really big deal out of it. So that inspires the student to practice. That is something to really be proud of, because those are really big moments and big accomplishments for your students. So the way that I do it is as the student progresses, I put the most advanced student at the time first. So they can see at recital after recital who goes first, and, they can see where they creep up as they're getting better.
Wow, great. Well, Tina, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be with me here for this interview. And I'm sure that it's going to be a wonderful resource for prospective students to see and get to know you a little bit better. Bye until next time. Thanks.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Ashley.